Hello and welcome to the High or Lows podcast, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast set in the world of Taraz. I'm Philip Martin, your Dungeon Master, and with me is Minbo Wang.
Hey.
We also have Daniel Fletcher.
Hello.
Next up is Lizzie McPherson.
Howdy.
Then we have Laurie Crawford.
Hey.
And finally, Meeraiya.
Hey, how's it going?
Previously on the High or Lows podcast, the group were fleeing another battle with spiders led by the enigmatic Zilka from Oasis. They fled down a hidden well and were deposited into a tunnel, one level below filled with rushing water. This meant that most of the group were forced to swim. However, Thistle had changed to her own spider form, so was able to climb the walls, and Chuck had sprouted angelic wings. 3 giant wolf spiders were also still in pursuit as they closed in on their hopeful prey, as they split their attack and one chased Thistle along the ceiling of the long hallway. One of these spiders managed to hurt themselves attempting to perform a leap attack on the flying Chuck. As Tweak, Callum, Baracus, and Candle struggled in the water against this spider and various other obstacles, before stirring up a swarm of ravenous quippers that tried to attack the blood and ichor-soaked Baracus. They were well supported by the flying Chuck, who used psychic attacks boosted by his innate divine power to help dispatch these enemies. Thistle had surged ahead, pursued by one of the spiders, and was able to find a potential safe harbor, and as she communicated this to the group, she powered up with her symbiotic entity and was able to easily dispatch her pursuer. As the swimmers struggled, they all started to dip underwater, but the flying Chuck was able to help, and they all worked together as a team to make it to the bank, where there was a curious chest and also a humanoid skeleton, among other things, against the corner of a wall. And this is where we shall begin, with the group now out of the water, but with many gasping for air as they figure out what to do next.
Well, here's your damn robot. Better get working on him again if you want him fixed. Is your cockroach body alive even?
Oh my god, is he okay? I nearly died in there.
They're well protected, waterproof.
Isn't
That
that?
little cabin is.
Okay. I've just rolled a dice. I want you to roll a dice, and as long as you don't roll that number, Giznat is fine.
I rolled a number.
What did you roll?
8?
Giznat is fine. A little bit wet, but actually not too bad. Like the compartment that it was in didn't even fill up with water.
Is he hurt at all?
I think so. It's just a cockroach.
My Apolotron's completely destroyed. Gonna have to work out a way to repair this. I'll begin casting Mending on the areas that I can and catch my breath.
I believe once it's completely destroyed, you will actually need to burn a level 1 spell slot to get it back.
Yep, let's jump it.
I'm not sure if it takes time or if it's just an action.
I believe it takes some time.
You might be able to do it as part of a rest anyways.
Hmm.
Yeah. And so just to go over your surroundings again, you're basically on the edge of this bank, which is about 40 feet sort of across, and it's about 10 feet wide where you are. It opens up to about 30 feet wide. It's sort of roughly sort of trapezoidal in this sort of curved bit of the this river. You look around, and it's opened up significantly over this side, and sort of this where you are is just sort of a collection of like debris, essentially stone, but sort of some sort of sediment to sort of built up along there. So there is a little bit of earth where you are, or sand or something. It's sort of scattered, like there's sort of bits of driftwood and a few things scattered around, like rocks and stuff as well as like bricks, and bits of mostly debris. But over in the far corner, there is this wooden chest, which you see has iron bands on it, and sort of with a one arm over that, you see that the chest is closed. With one arm that you see a humanoid skeleton wearing sort of very badly tattered fine clothes, and holding a stoppered glass bottle. And now that you're a bit closer, you also see around them there is a water-damaged book, and what appears to be a very heavily water-damaged scroll. Yeah, and there's bits of driftwood all over the place, but they're mostly small. There's a couple of slightly smaller pieces, and that's pretty much where you are.
I'm gonna walk over to it. I'm not gonna touch anything, but I'm going to raise my hand and then up to my temple and divine sense the area.
Fine sense, huh? What does that do exactly?
Um, allows me to sight undead, but let me just get the wording.
I think it's like within 30 feet. You sense like just undead or desecrated or consecrated grounds. I think also celestials.
There's a couple, I think.
Yeah, so it's basically presence of strong evil.
Yeah, no, you don't sense any evil. You don't really sense anything at all.
I can spend 1 minute repairing it with a first level, as long as I have some tools, smith tools.
I don't think you have smith tools, but you have artificer tools. I'll say that you can do it. But yeah, it will take you a minute. So you've started to do that?
I'll tinker away at that, yes.
Well, you've got artisan tools, so you've got right tool for the job. So you should be able to just make smith tools whenever you want.
Mm.
And just for point of reference, probably won't matter, but it's 60 feet.
60 feet? Still nothing happens.
I pick up a rock and start digging it into position.
Okay. What's everyone else doing? Thistle? Chuck? You're the two dry ones.
Can I do a medicine check to see how long ago the skeleton has been a skeleton?
Sure.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation on my fellows to dry them out.
Yep.
Give me
Start working on that. Do you start with anyone in particular first? I mean, Brax has walked off, so you've got Tweak working on his thing, and Callum hasn't really done much, and Candle is just sort of lying there getting their breath back.
I'll start with Callum.
Okay.
Does a 15?
15. 15. The skeleton is a human skeleton. It seems odd. Like, it seems like it should have been... It seems like old. Like, there's definitely no bones here. There's definitely no meat on the flesh. But, like, the skeleton itself is oddly intact. Like, it's all connected to each other still. It's odd. So maybe, like, the tendons still seem to be connecting the bones or something, which seems odd if all the flesh is gone. But maybe... But you definitely think it's been there, like... been a while.
If you can get anything out of those books, I got no chance of reading them.
Yeah, I'll carefully remove the books, and I'll find a dry spot to sit down, and I'll start going through them.
Okay, so as you pick up the book, it grows a mouth and tries to bite you.
Whoa! Yeah,
Does a 17
don't
hit
touch
you?
the book.
Oh, we're rolling initiative.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, but does a 17 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so you take 1 piercing damage and 2 acid damage.
Okay.
And we will be rolling initiative.
God
Hey.
damn it.
I will say you have just gotten back your Steel Defender tweak because like they were messing around, like they weren't in a rush to do any of this stuff.
Excellent.
23.
23 for Callum.
13.
18 for
13.
Thistle.
Dirty 20.
Natural 1.
So is that
But
just
four.
1? 4?
Oh, yeah. 4.
Okay, cool. So that was a surprise round as this thing grew a mouth and tried to take a bite, well, did take a bite out of Thistle. You have not had a short rest, but you do have the Steel Defender back. Callum, you're up first.
I'm lying on the ground, but lucky I've got the athlete feat, so I stand up with 5 foot of movement. While heading over towards that weird ass book, I withdraw the scimitar and take a swing.
Cool. Roll to hit.
That's only. Oh, it's a 13?
That hits.
Oh, good. And that is 9 damage total.
9 damage. You take your rapier and skewer through this book, and it seems to die.
Should we poke everything else that's here?
Baracus.
If it looks inert, I'm going to go look at this book and see if it actually contained anything.
Yeah, you sort of walk over to Thistle and go check out the book. Give me a investigation check.
Do that. 14.
14. It doesn't seem to contain anything. You just see sort of acid bile spewing out of it. As I'm assuming Thistle probably drops it, otherwise probably going to have to take some acid damage as the guts sort of start spewing out of this thing. It seems to be some sort of creature. You could give me a nature check.
And an 8.
An 8? You've never heard of such a thing.
Curious thing.
Okay. Anything else with your turn?
No,
I'd say that was your
no,
action, and yeah, you still have a bonus action if you want to do something.
I just take a look around, see if there's anything else of note or move around.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, that's an 8.
Yeah, you can't sense anything.
I'll just walk 30 feet's a bit far. 25 feet around, just kind of, looking around.
Yep. As you try to move away from the chest, it grows a pod and tries to attack you.
Oh, there's a chest I'm in front of. Okay.
Yeah. The book was right in front of the chest.
Okay.
But that is a 13 to hit you. Oh no, it would have been. It was hidden. So, no, 13 to hit you. It was a nat 1 otherwise. So that would miss.
Hits my armor. Yeah.
13. Yeah, 13 misses, right?
Yeah, that's a miss. Sorry. Yeah.
Cool. So so now you know that the chest has basically grown a pseudopod and tried to reach out and attack you. Cool. All right. Okay. So all of a sudden you hear from the bank, Candle call out. He goes, "What the hell? These rocks are attacking me." As he gets, as 2 rocks, well, 1 rock and 1 piece of driftwood starts attacking him, and 1 does get a bite, and he takes 4 damage. Okay, the scroll is going to come alive and attack Thistle. And that is a 20 to hit. Thistle, you are still in your symbiotic entity form as well. And you take 5 damage, 1 piercing and 4 acid damage.
Yeah.
Tweak, 1 is going to come attack you. It only gets so basically a piece of driftwood slithers over to you, Tweak, and tries to bite, but misses. And Callum, 13 does not hit you, does it?
Nope.
13.
That's a miss.
13 does not hit you as a rock, a nearby rock, or sort of a brick has basically they just moved over and tried to attack you. Okay, Thistle, you're up.
I start running away from the scroll, and I'm just gonna do a cure wounds on myself.
If you run away, it will get an attack of opportunity. And
Yeah,
you should have been mostly just taking temp HP because you're in your symbiotic
Yeah.
entity form.
Yeah, but okay.
Or were you hurt before?
I was hurt before.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you might just want to stand your ground, but if you want to run away, we'll just get an attack of opportunity. That's all.
I'll get my chalet out, and I'll go to whack it.
Okay, so bonus action Shillelagh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
got a nat 20.
Oh, you're definitely going to kill this thing, but roll your damage.
Yeah.
There's a chance. If you roll all ones, maybe it's still alive, but it's unlikely.
I got 5 damage.
Is that the 2d8s plus your poison damage, which would be double? So
Let me double check that.
So 2d6 as well.
And then 2d6. So that's 12 on top of that.
12 on top of that. Boom. Yeah, you just take your shillelagh and just stomp on this scroll, and it dies.
Sweet. And then I'm going to do healing word on myself.
I'm going to say you had to cast shillelagh, so you won't be able to.
Okay, cool.
Fine.
That's fine.
Okay. You can move though. You're sort of near to yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna try and get myself away from all these objects that seem to be coming to life.
Yep, you can do that. So
Cool.
you can move away from the chest.
Yep.
Which you were also close to.
Yep. Too easy.
Okay.
Have fun with that, boys.
It's Candle's turn, and he is just gonna pull out his rapier and try to he'll actually disengage and come and try to stab the one that is engaged with Tweak. And that will hit. Yeah, he kills the one that is next to Tweak. So there was 2 still over where he was, as well as 1 that has tried to bite Callum, as well as the chest. Tweak, you're up.
He's trying to kill us in this space. I will cast my Ray of Frost.
We won. The one that's attacked. The 2 that were where Candle was, or the one
At the
that
wood that's trying to kill me at the moment.
that one has been dealt with by
the
Candle.
17 to hit?
That one got helped dealt with by Candle. So you can go for the chest, or the one with Callum, or the other 2 nearby ones.
Isn't a bit of driftwood trying to attack me?
Candle already stabbed that one.
Ah, did he? Ah.
Yeah.
Good. So in that case, I'll take on the chest.
Okay, yep, that hits.
And I will do 5 frost damage.
5 frost damage on the chest. Cool. And then you've got your steel defender as well.
Go into action, you heap of junk. Let's go. And it'll go over and attack the chest as well.
Okay. Roll to hit.
19 to hit.
That hits.
Let me just see how much damage. It will do a 1d8 plus PV force damage.
Efficiency bonus, so +2.
So 4 damage.
4 damage. Cool. Yeah, it bites into the chest, and that does not seem to like it. Cool. That's your turn. Chuck.
I will firebolt it.
The chest or one of the small ones?
Probably one of the small ones.
So the one engaged with Callum or the ones by the bank over near Tweak and Candle?
Callum.
Cool. Roll the hit.
Not that well. 7 plus 5. So
That hits.
12. Oh, okay, sweet.
Just hits.
Wow, full damage, 10. I'm
10
assuming this is
damage.
already after a minute, right? So I don't get the radiant damage anymore.
No, because we got the Steel Defender back, so yeah.
Fire damage. 10 fire damage.
Yeah, you roast it. It is roasty little thing. Cool. Would you like to do anything else?
No.
I figure you're sort of like over, probably near Tweak as well right now. As like, so you do have two of these probably 10 feet away
as
from
far
you.
away from these things as possible, though.
Yeah, you can do that.
Or
You can sort of move to the far edge of the bank, away from the corner and where you are. Yep. Cool. That's your turn. Okay. The chest tries to bite the Steel Defender. And gets a 14 to hit.
15. Haha.
Okay. The skeleton also tries to bite the Steel Defender. Will sort of rolls over, slides over, and also just grows a mouth out of like the back of the coat and tries to bite. And it does not. That's also an 11 to hit.
It misses.
Okay. So now you know that the skeleton is also one of these things, which I'm sure all of you players know what these things are, but yeah, characters may not. Callum.
So does the skeleton look as big as the chest one?
Yeah, they seem both to be about medium-sized.
Okay. So the chest one has taken a hit, so I'll just take a swing at that guy.
Mhm.
I think I might use Favored Foe. Oh, wait. Roll first and then decide if I want to do Favored Foe. That's 15 to hit.
That hits.
I might as well do it. 12 damage total.
12 damage. Nice. Yeah, you stab into this chest, and it's sort of. I don't know. I don't know if that's a sound a mimic would make. Oop. Maybe I should have said that. Cool. You're just gonna stay into ground.
Yep.
Okay. Baracus, you're sort of over here as well by the chest and the skeleton, but it's decided to go for the Steel Defender.
Okay, let's. Before that skeleton came alive, I don't think these things can move very fast. Let's just get out of here. But I do have currently 2 creatures engaging me right now, so I will attack, or at least one.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, you probably, I almost envision like Callum, then Baracus, and then the Steel Defender are like in a row, and but yeah, I could have been wrong on that, but that works. I mean,
So at least one creature in threat range, so I will attack with the longsword, drawing that out. Yeah, it's going to be a miss. 8.
8 does miss. Anything else?
Nothing else.
Okay. Cool.
I
The
will
two.
kind of,
Oh, yeah.
sorry, I will, unless I was already in position, wheel around, because you were saying that there are other people around, so I could probably have gotten in a better position.
They're sort of up. They're sort of up against the wall, so you can't really.
All right. Okay. I'll do it best I can. And, yep.
Okay. Okay. It's the juvenile's turn. There's really only 2 of them left, or are there? one of the two that are over near Tweak and Candle are going to come over and try to just sort of slither over and attack one each. So Tweak, that's a 22 to hit, and
Yes.
Candle is only an 11 to hit. Tweak, you take 1 piercing and 3 acid damage. Chuck, you've stumbled onto a piece of driftwood which tries to bite you. With a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
And you take 1 piercing and 4 acid. And that's the end of the juveniles. Thistle.
Yes. Okay. Is there anything near me that needs to be killed?
I mean,
anything
there's
anyone that needs healing?
nothing too nothing. You could go and attack anything. Like the bank's not very big. Nothing is too far away. From where because you're sort of in the middle, sort of just trying to stay away from everything. Or you could heal. Yeah, it's up to you.
All right. Well, who here is in dire need of healing?
I think the best type of healing you can do is killing stuff.
Yeah, so you've got Chuck, Tweak, and Candle all engaged with little ones, or you've got the big one, which has got Baracus, Callum, and the Steel Defender fighting. But you're currently unengaged.
I'll help the boys. I mean, might just need the female touch to kill it.
So you're gonna go for the big one?
Yeah.
Actually, it might be hard for you to get in there on the big one. Oh, you could get up against the wall, I think. Yeah, just.
Okay.
You still won't be able to get flanking on it, though.
Oh, not too concerned about that.
Okay, so roll the hit.
19,
That hits.
and that's a shillelagh with the quarterstaff in total.
And you get your poison as well.
That's 2d6. That's 4.
I think it's just 1d6 without the crit.
Oh, yeah. 1d. Yeah. Sorry, 3. And that's 4 damage total.
4 damage. Cool.
Pretty sure you're missing out on a lot of pluses there, Liz. What's your wisdom modifier?
+3.
What did you roll on the dice?
You only rolled.
I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Okay, so 7 damage.
Thank you.
Just gotta add your wisdom to
I'll
that
write
one.
that down. Where's the post-it?
Cool. Cool. So that was Thistle. I'm assuming you stand there. Candle will take his turn, and is just going to move around and try to attack the one going for Tweak. And misses this time, unfortunately. And we'll just stay there. Tweak.
It's time for me to fire back, I suppose. So let me, is it the skeleton that attacked me?
So you have one of these little ones on you again. So you might have to deal with it, or you'd be firing at disadvantage.
Yep, I will deal with it. Uh, 11.
11 just hits.
Ooh. 1 damage.
1 damage. What are you hitting with?
I'm hitting with the Flare of Frost. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. 1 damage. Cool. Are you just going to stay there, or are you going to take? Otherwise, you would take the attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'll stay there. And
Cool. And then you can do something with your Steel Defender.
Steel Defender can finish it off, hopefully. It's not too bad, so I think what is your T hit? 18, I believe.
18 hits.
6 damage.
6 damage on the big one for the chest. Cool. That's your turn, Chuck. So you have a little one on you, as you've walked over or tried to walk away from them.
So it is within 5 feet.
Yes.
That is extremely unfortunate.
It's quite small. Doesn't look like it's hard to hit. Like, doesn't look like particularly agile or defended, but it is
still, it's disadvantage. Should I try to blast its mind? It might not have a mind to blast. This is such a... Yes, I still will try. Let's see if mimics are immune to psychic. I will... what is it? The
Mind Sliver.
mind. Yes.
Cool. I will roll. It fails. Roll your damage.
Not that much. 2 psychic damage, and it will take 2 less from its save in the future.
Okay. Noted. Are you just going to stay fighting it?
I don't have a choice.
Okay.
Unless I want to take an opportunity attack.
Yep. Cool. The mimic's up. And it tries to bite Baracus. Well, this is the chest mimic, to be fair. And it gets a 12 to hit with its bite attack.
Miss.
And then the skeleton mimic, it really can only go for Baracus or the Steel Defender. And so it tries to go for the Steel Defender, but this time it's sort of going to move around a little bit and actually start flanking. So it gets a 19 to hit, which I'm pretty sure hits the Steel Defender.
That does hit my Steel Defender.
It's only 6 damage. Actually, that should have been a D8. It's still 6 damage. It's 1 acid and 5 piercing as it gets bitten by the skeleton. And then we're back up to the top. Callum. So the chest is starting to look hurt, but is still intact and it's still looking reasonably like it's still looking like it's fighting.
Yeah, well, I'll attack it because it's my favourite foe.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a crit.
Very nice.
So 6 plus 16 damage total.
16. You basically, I'm gonna say that you skewer into it, get the blade right in and sort of twist, and you leave sort of a big hole as you extract the blade and acid starts pouring out. It is still alive, but that hurt it a lot.
That +1 scimitar's working well.
Okay. Baracus.
You know what? I'm going to cast a baleful curse on this skeleton.
On the skeleton?
On the skeleton and take a swing at it.
Okay, so what do I have to do? Or nothing?
There's nothing. It's just cursed. So I'm gonna swing at it. Came near a 19, which I was looking for, but it's a 9 to hit.
9 will unfortunately just miss the skeleton. Well, miss by a little.
That's fine. It's cursed for now.
Okay. The juveniles are up, so one's going to go for Chuck with an 11 to hit, which will miss. Then one for Twig with an 8, and one for Candle with a 7. God, I'm rolling bad for these juveniles. Yeah, so these just like bits of driftwood and bricks are just trying to bite at you three, but they're being unsuccessful. Thistle, you're going up with this this chest mimic, which is just taking a big stabbing from Callum.
Well, I'm gonna go try to hit it again with the quarterstaff, with the shillelagh.
Yep, and your symbiotic form, so you're doing your extra poison as well.
Yep. So the 14 hit.
It does.
Sweet. All right. So 4. 10 plus 3. That's 13 damage.
13 damage. Yes. I'll also say that you can use your reaction against one of the juveniles if you want, to, like, maybe the one that's gone for Chuck or something. But yes, you actually managed to take your staff and bop it against the chest, and it just sort of, its mouth just like, it is dead. But you've got your hail of spores, so
Yep.
that's a 30-foot range, is it?
I'll double check. Halo of spores. To enemies who are within 10 feet.
Within 10 feet. Okay. So that would only be good against the mimic. I'll roll a save for the skeleton mimics last turn.
Okay.
It saved that time. So
All right.
I think no, we'll just leave it. Okay. Handle. Oh, would you like to do anything with your movement? So you've got the skeleton mimic and you've got the juveniles, and right now you could move without attacking any opportunity attack.
No, I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
Keep my guard up.
Okay. Candle is going to try to stab the one going for Tweak. And he gets a nat 20 and he just skewer this thing hard with his massive sneak attack damage. 6, 9, 15. Yeah, he destroys it. Does like 18 damage. And Tweak, it's your turn. You still have one nearby that was going for Candle.
Smashed him. Alright, well, I will get the one that's going for Candle, given that he just helps me out there.
So if you're doing a ranged attack, it will be at disadvantage.
It doesn't matter because I rolled a 3.
It's your favorite number tonight.
It really is.
Okay, so that misses, but you still have the Steel Defender, which is currently being flanked by 2 mimics.
Okay.
Well, no, it's not, because the chest mimic is dead. It's only the skeleton one left.
I'll attack the skeleton one.
Okay, roll to hit.
7 plus 2, so 9.
That will miss, unfortunately.
Is it a plus 2 on... It doesn't really tell me here.
It's your spell attack modifier.
Oh, in that case, it's plus 4.
It still just misses.
Okay. Spell attack's plus 6, sorry.
Okay, that just hits.
Really? It's the spell attack modifier?
Yeah,
The
I think so.
Alright, oh, this is great. It'll do 3 damage. So what is it? 3.
Okay, so minimum damage. Cool. Okay, that was Tweak of the Steel Defender. Chuck, you still have 1 on you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna repeat.
Okay.
It
Fails
will-
again. I love failing against these mind slivers.
Yeah, well, they're mindless creatures, so
Not necessarily.
that will fail. It only takes 1. Damn.
1 damage. It is still around, but it is a bit more hurt. Are you just going to stay engaged with it?
Yeah.
Okay. The skeleton, it's really just going to go for either Baracus or the Steel Defender. And this time it's going to go for Baracus. And it gets an 18 to hit.
It's a hit.
Now that I can intercept, I'm guessing.
Yes, you can intercept that one.
Cool.
Got to use it.
No, because you didn't move. It doesn't have to move to get this. You're
Yeah,
still 10 feet.
I was 10 feet
you're
from the
5
Steel
feet
Defender.
away. Oh, the Steel Defender can.
Yeah,
You're 5 feet away from Baracus.
Yeah,
not
that's fine.
The skeleton. So you can intercept it?
yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's the person that I want to save. It's 5 feet from.
Cool, perfect. So that's the disadvantage then. That makes it become a 9.
It's not disadvantage. I just
What is it?
I just take away a set amount of damage.
Damage, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I rolled a 6, so that'll take away 8 damage from your total.
It's minimum damage as well. I rolled double ones. So that's 5 damage. So no damage. You just sort of absorb it with your shield.
Sweet.
Okay.
That's
Callum.
interesting.
Yeah, Callum.
Now I'll kind of just move around and get into a position I can hit him.
Yep. Yeah, you can move around and flank with it now.
13?
Just hits.
Cool. That's 7. No, not 7. 11 damage total.
11 damage.
Oh, if I'm
Cool.
flanking, no difference.
Cool. Cool.
Got to check for that 20.
Baracus.
So, can I maneuver around for the flank? What's this?
Yeah, I think it's sort of already got 2 people on it. You'd have to wait till Thistle got into position as well, and you're all surrounding it.
Oh, swing. God. 10 to hit.
That misses, unfortunately.
Of course it does. Alright, that's me.
Okay, so one of these juveniles is going to attack Chuck. Gets a 20 to hit. So Chuck takes
Yeah.
1 piercing, 1 acid damage. As it's a very weak bite, minimum damage. And then one of these is going to go for Tweak. It's going to move off a candle and gets a 13 to hit.
That.
That will miss. Excellent. Well, not so good, but I suppose good for you guys at least. Thistle. You see sort of Chuck, sort of somewhat struggling against this little juvenile, but not really taking too much punishment. You see like Tweak and Candle on the beach sort of just trying to stomp on these like juveniles that have been attacking them. And then you see everyone else just sort of surrounding the skeleton and just gang up on it.
Well, I don't understand why they're ganging up on the skeleton. So I'm gonna go help out the other 2.
Okay?
I think you probably would have seen the skeleton biting with a mouth where it shouldn't be.
Yeah, you have seen the skeleton biting
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, true, but still, I just think it's
Yeah.
a little weird. Okay.
So
So
Chuck is the closest one, and he's the one dealing with something on his own.
Okay. Can I get myself into flanking with him, or just is it just
Yeah,
gonna...
you'd be able to. Yeah. It's
All right,
just him.
cool. I'll do that. So with the shillelagh, is 13 hit.
It does.
Sweet. Then I'll roll for damage.
You're gonna kill this thing, but you can still roll for damage. It's already taken a bit of punishment.
That's 12 damage.
Yeah, you just squish it. Dead.
Sweet. And then
Cool.
I'll move over to help out Tweak.
Yeah, you probably have about 10 feet of movement left. You can start heading your way over there, but you're still
Yep.
about probably about 20 feet away because they're over where you started and Chuck had moved away. Cool.
Okay, no, that's cool.
Candle is gonna this thing's going for Tweak, so Candle's gonna move around and get flanking and try to stab it. And he will, and he stabs it through with 15 damage. And the last juvenile is killed. And then he will move over to surround the skeleton, which has moved off the wall. Tweak. Yeah, flanking.
Me, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his rapier out. Tweak.
Well, there's not much left for me to attack.
Just the skeleton.
I will attack it
Cool. What with? Is it your Ray of Frost?
with my Ray of Frost. And yeah, it'll be 14.
14 hits. It would have half cover now because it's surrounded by people, but you still just hit
3 frosting damage.
3 frosty damage, and it's slowed down, but that's not going to matter. And then you're still Defender, which has advantage now.
Excellent. He rolls 12.
12 hits.
9 damage.
9 more damage from the Steel Defender. Cool. You can move around a little bit. Yeah, the bank seems safe now, relatively speaking.
I'm going to get away from the bank shoreline. I don't want to get back in that water at all.
Yep, that's easy to do. Chuck, you've been freed up now thanks to Thistle.
Great. I'm just gonna try and fireball whatever's left. If there's anything left.
There's just the
Right.
skeleton. So we'll have half cover from a firebolt, but you can roll your attack.
Plus 5, 19.
19 hits.
4 fire damage.
How much?
4.
4. Excellent. Cool. It's its turn next. Again, you can move around along the bank if you want. It is going to Who's the most hurt out of you guys? Probably Callum?
Maybe.
I'm pretty hurt.
No, out of the people surrounding it. Yeah, I think it's going to try to go for Callum with a pseudopod attack. That's a 10. Oh my, rolling so bad. Oh well, such is life. It was trying to grapple you so you would have advantage for next time. It would even see it next time. Okay, Callum, you're up. This thing's just tried to wrench a pseudopod at you.
It's very nice. I'll hit it back. I assume I'm flanking with the Steel Defender currently.
Yeah.
Whew, that's a nat 20.
All right. Roll your damage.
15 damage total.
15. Nice. Yeah, it seems like it's starting to get hurt. This one might be. It seems like it's almost like a bit tougher than the other one. Maybe it's like a slightly more advanced version. Oh, you're not sure. Maybe it's older. I'm assuming you're standing your ground.
Indeed.
Cool. Baracus, you are now flanking with Candle, who's going to join the group.
Okay. So it's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, that's nice. And then the +2 for the Baleful Curse, so it's 12 damage.
12
Slashing.
damage. Cool. Nice. Thistle.
Yes. Okay, so the only thing we have left is the skeleton.
Yes. Which is surrounded
Alright.
by the group right now.
Well, I'm just going to try and hit it with the quarterstaff with the shillelagh.
You will not be able to get advantage, but you'll be able to get in there and get a hit in. You're sort of squeezing
Does-
over people's.
Does 16 hit?
It does.
Sweet. 8 plus 3. Does 11 damage?
11 damage. Yeah, you're piling on this thing. It's starting to get pretty badly hurt now. Candle tries to stab. Somehow misses. Yeah, he misses with advantage. I got a 5 on the dice.
No luck for Candle.
Oh, well, he's helping. Tweak, you are up.
I will attack the skeleton again.
Okay.
Ooh. That definitely hits.
What'd you get?
24.
Yep, you're right. It does.
And 6 frost damage.
Yeah, and Steel Defender can take a bite.
$14.
That hits.
And 8 damage.
8 damage.
Force damage?
Chuck. Force damage? Cool. Yep. Chuck. This thing's looking really badly hurt now.
Yeah, let's do this. Damn, I rolled a 3.
That will miss. It tries one last time to try to bite at Callum. And that will hit with a 21.
Mm-hmm.
And you take... Ooh, big damage. You take 14 plus... I think 3? 14 plus 3. You take 17 damage as it bites hard into you.
Yep.
But you are up right after it.
I'm gonna try and stab it back.
How about it?
That's 20 something to hit
Yep, that hits.
and 9 damage.
How would you like to finish this skeleton mimic off?
I grab its pseudopod with one hand and just pull it into my scimitar.
Yeah. And it just tried to bite. It had just bitten you, so you grab that and then just sort of just cut through from the pseudopod through to its mouth and just rip it out.
It's a nice as some of my wounds start to heal.
And we are out of initiative.
And I just say, fuck that, and lie down.
I really need some healing.
I'm
can
curious to
both,
see
I
a
think.
competition of who needs it more. I'm on
Well, you
2.
have one. Yeah, you would have just a massive bite, and Tweak has a bunch of little bites and just like pierce, like from driftwood and stuff.
I got smashed under that river.
Well, I think a rest here would be best.
I think we have a rope, don't we? I could use my snare trap. We can have a rest.
You could set up a snare trap if you so wanted, but there's not really. Yeah, I suppose you could set it up somewhere. It might be a bit tricky with the river. But yeah, this feels relatively safe and secluded. You don't sense anything following you for the time being.
They,
Um,
put our
yeah.
backs against the wall over there and maybe put a snare up. At least then we'll have sight of anything that comes from that well again.
Well, what exactly
Down
do
it.
we have around us? Let's just take our bearings for a minute. We've been attacked by a pseudopod and the shores, but I mean, looking to the distance, is there a cave entrance or how does this work?
Okay. Well, so first thing, anyone that wants to can roll a nature check on the things. Anyone that didn't already can roll a nature check on the things that you just fought. Can't remember who did that. Who did one earlier?
That was me.
17?
17. Yeah, you've heard of mimics, things that can shape change into another object or back into its true form. They use grappling and acid attacks, nasty little things. Anyone else roll?
Yeah, I got 17.
Yeah, I did
Yep.
too.
Yep, you all know that. Um, and Candle actually says, I don't like this. You don't usually see a bunch of them like this all together. I don't like this.
Well, it's safe, just like a family gathering or something. Makes me
Does
feel a bit
seem
guilty.
like is there a place that they may gather around here? Is it do we need to move on from here, or is this a freak event?
I think we're alright for now. I think that'd be all of them. Where'd they come from? Question.
Where are they heading?
I'd say I don't like it. Y'all might want to cut them up, see if they got anything left in them.
I'm already starting to cut up that chest. The big old tongue.
Okay. So, one thing that you guys notice is the bottle that was being held by the skeleton mimic is still there. It's actually just lying on the ground where it was. It is there. You start cutting into the chest mimic, and give me an investigation roll. Or survival, or nature investigation or survival, I would say.
Take a survival. Say 17.
Okay, so you start cutting into this thing and sort of just you're sort of avoiding the it's just filled with acid and gross. You start sort of ripping into it. You sort of find like a bit of a digestive tract, but it's sort of weird. And you start reaching in, and you find something hard, and sort of roughly cylindrical.
I don't know if it's cylindrical.
Hard and cylindrical, hey?
Is it small? Is it something I could pick up at the end of my
Yeah, it's-
sword? Or
Yeah, it's pretty small. Like it's like I'm assuming you're getting in there. Yeah, you sort of. Yeah, it's
probably will
relatively small.
eventually. Yeah.
You got chainmail, like rusty chainmailed hands and stuff. Yeah, so especially once you pull out the digestive tract, it's about the size of like a decent sized marble. And you also notice that there's something further below in like the stomach as well. That
Oh,
one's a bit more cylindrical, slightly bigger too.
I'll take a closer look at it and peer at what this thing might be.
Okay. You gonna get it out or anything, or what are you gonna do? You sort of ripped out this digestive tract and stomach, and you can see them.
Yeah, okay, so I will kind of slice down the digestive tract, make sure everything comes out.
Okay.
And kind of keep it on the ground, and I'm near the water, so I might just go and wash. I'll pick it up, go wash off in the water a bit.
Well, the chest wasn't actually over by the water, but you're still not far from it. You might be like 20 feet away, so you can definitely drag it over.
I'll just grab those things that I grabbed out, and I will do a bit of a wash.
Okay.
Take a closer look.
Okay. So it appears as you wash them off, it appears to be a pearl, decent sized pearl, and a vial, sort of like not too small, but like sort of a cup-sized vial, with a glass made out of glass and with a glass stopper as well.
Hold them up in each of my hands. Useful? Anyone know what these, well, I know what this is, looking at the pearl. Anyone know what, this might be? Swishing this thing in the vial.
Let me have a look at it.
Yeah, have a look.
Do I know what it is?
What are you doing to this vial of liquid?
I'm just observing it.
Just examining it.
Yeah.
Give me, give me a nature roll, I think.
Okay. Could be an investigation, nature, or I can't check. It doesn't matter. They're all very good. 20. A dirty 20.
This definitely looks like a potion. Your money would be on a healing potion of some sort.
Ooh. This does look like a healing potion of some sort.
And as you look over at the other bottle, your money's on that being a healing potion as well. But of actually older, like of an even older generation.
Looks, yeah. Interesting. So there's generations of healing potions. Does it look like it'd be less potent than this one?
No, they look like they're about the same size. One's got a cork stopper, one's got a glass stopper, and one's a bit more sort of. The one that you got from the mimic is more just pure cylindrical, whereas the one and the other one is sort of just like it's sort of got the bulbous bottom.
I see. Which one's older?
What would be older again? Yeah, it would be the one with the cork stopper that would actually be older.
Old potion here, and there's a new one.
It looks like the one with the glass stopper. You actually recognize it. I'd say maybe even Thistle recognizes this as a potion that's actually come up from Virtue, whereas the one with the cork
Okay.
stopper looks like, yeah, it looks older.
I will say, like, I could really do some healing now, but these are very good in combat over rather than just drinking it for the sake of it.
Got a bit left to go for today, so I don't think using any spells at the moment is a great idea. If we can just kind of rest up.
Take a short rest, perhaps, and I can patch up my wounds.
Just for the sake of asking, is that pearl big enough for a identifier?
It looks like it might be worth about 100 gold. Yeah,
Oh, imagine that.
imagine
101.
convenient that, ain't it?
Yeah, good. I just wanted to clarify.
Look, I gotta slowly trickle in your gear. Like, this sort of is it. But it sort of makes sense. Like, a mimic might swallow a pearl if it's in a river. Maybe there's oysters down here somewhere. Like, it all checks out.
Well, unless anyone says otherwise, I think we're gonna start doing a short rest.
Oh, yes. I'm going to lick my wounds, if that's okay.
Let's go find somewhere defensible and decide who should take these. From what I can see, handy items.
Yes,
Spread them out.
yeah, you can figure out who holds what things, and you can have a short rest. You can roll those hit die, and we will come back sort of next time. I think that's a good place to end, actually. Yeah, we'll come back next time. Thanks, everyone. That's it for this episode of the High or Lows podcast. If you'd like to get in touch, you can find us on Twitter at High or Lows with underscores between the words, or you can find me at Feepster.
Thanks for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed listening, please leave us a 5-star rating and review, which is one of the best ways you can support us. You can also join the discussion on our Reddit and Facebook pages, or even our Discord server, and maybe play some games with us. Links can be found in the description below. Special thanks to Sirenscape for the background audio and Alex McPherson for providing the opening theme. I hope you can all join us next time as we continue on our adventure.